just going to open my browser window. And the site that we're going to use is Construct 3. So when you type in Construct 3 into the search bar or a Google search, you'll get construct.net, Construct 3 game making software. Click through on that top link, and if you scroll down, you'll see Try It Now. And essentially what we're going to do is launch now, the next window, and then you come to this screen. So this is the screen where you're able to choose the new type of file you're going to do. Game demos is up top, that's selected over here. So you see like all these different game demos that you can sort of download or use online. We're going to go to templates because we want to start from scratch. And if you scroll down in the templates window, you'll come to platformer. So this is just a basic platformer. Then we're going to open project. Okay, so what you have here is your basic layout of the program. All the properties are over here. If you click on any object, those properties will change. So I just clicked on that player object right there. That little blue box is your player right now. And if I click on a different object, those properties will change. We'll have all these tabs at the top. I'll explain more later. We're just going to work in layout 1 right now. So we have layout 1 selected up there automatically. If we go over to, I'm going to move this down. If we go over to the other side of the screen, all of your different stuff is in projects. The only thing that we really care about is the layout 1 right now, and then object types. So you can either click on object types here. It'll show you all the object types you have in your level, or you can click on screen to edit something. So I'm just going to click on objects. Just maybe try to click on objects so you guys know it's there too. Double click. And then this brings up your character editor. So because you guys haven't done Photoshop with me yet, this is going to be your first time maybe using an online editor, but it's pretty simple. You have all of these different tools right here. The main tools that we use are the line tool and the paint bucket tool and the eyedropper tool, and I'll talk about those more as we go. If you want to clear data, it's this blank page right here. You click there and you have no more data. And then we're just going to do a resize. Right now it's set at 32 by 32 pixels. And we're going to give it a little bit more height so that we'll have a little bit more room for the character. So now that is 64 pixels high is what I just put in for height. And then we go OK. And now you have to sort of scroll around in this editor, right? If you zoom out with these little magnifying glasses right here, if you zoom out, then you can see your whole hitbox, essentially, is what that is. But in order to actually draw this thing, we need to get a little bit closer. I don't know if you know if you need to get that close, but yeah, something like that. So what I do first is I start out with this line tool. Basically, if you click and drag, you can create lines. If this thing is clicked on for you, this smooth button, it's going to look like this. You can see how the edges are sort of fuzzy. You don't want to do that, so you click off smooth, and then if this thickness is set to 5, which it is by default, it'll be like big lines, right? You don't want that either, so you set that to 1. My program's already set because I've already been using this. But yeah, so just look at the thickness of the line and click off that smooth box. I'm going to clear data again, and then this is your color picker over here, pretty straightforward, all your different colors, and then dark to light slider. So I'm going to slide this slider down to black. I'll usually do my lineouts in black just to keep things simple. And then let's see what kind of crazy dude I can come up with today. Usually I create a new character for every single game that I do. And I want this guy to be, I don't know what I want this guy to be. He's got a big nose. Oh, I'll call him Moonface Man. There we go. Got a big pompadour. Got a big chin. Moonface Man is born. Okay. So then there's the face. I'll just draw in the little face there. I'd go pretty fast because I've done probably about 50 of these characters so far and teaching. So I know my way around a line tool by now, but you guys should really take your time. Think about the examples that I showed in the original presentation demo, and I'll post that later. Actually, I haven't done that yet. I usually do that before, but I just kind of wanted to get you guys started on something practical, so I'm going to do this demo first. And then I'm just going to put his feet in there. So if you zoom out, you'll be able to see what your guy looks like, but it's fine. You know what I mean? Just doing a demo. Don't have to get crazy. Okay. So once you have the line out done, you're actually, if you close the editor like that, and then you can see your little guy on screen now. I'm going to hit this play button, and if you ever want to preview your game, you hit the play button. And this program creates games that play online. So what happens is, oh, what? Why is it not? There we go. So it previews in browsers. So it opens a little browser window, and essentially this program makes web games, right? So games that will work on browsers. So you can sort of test the movements and see how the character lines out. And that is your basic level, right? So I'm just going to close that test window. I'm back to my game again, and we'll do the next part of character design. So that is, I'm going to click on my player again. Actually, you can click on the player itself in the game. We'll do it that way this time. We'll try that out. That just brings it open. And so what we're going to do is go through and do our fills. I don't know. Does the moon face guy have bright yellow face? Yeah, probably. And then, conceptual. I'll go dark clothes so that he looks like the nighttime. Oof, that's a little bit dark. Okay, and then I'll go dark for his pants so that it looks darker as you go down. Okay, so I was just using the paint bucket tool there. I probably should have mentioned that. That's how I do my fills. As long as you close the area with your lines, you should be able to do fills pretty easy with the paint bucket tool. This eyedropper tool allows you to sample color. So if I click on that and I click on the head color again, then it'll give me that color again, and I need that because now I'm going to fill his hand. So his hand should probably be the same color as his face, right? I'm going to take it right down to black again on my black dark to light slider, fill in the shoes, and that is essentially the first part of character design. So because I'm going to have to do a lot of tech support for you guys, depending on how many people show up to meetings and stuff, we can probably schedule like video conferences where I can show you stuff real time. I'll try to get that together by next class. But if you see this video, try to log in and start a project. So what I'm going to do now, so I'm just going to close this guy. So now I have them saved right there, and we're just going to save this file, okay? So you guys are probably working on a PC, and the safest way to save these games and then open them again online is you go to Menu, Project, Save As, and then you go download a copy. You can also save to local browser, you can also do the cloud save, but download a copy is the safest way in my opinion. So if you want to try it another way, that's fine, but don't blame me if you lose your game, okay? All right, so download a copy. It's going to put a C3P extension on this regardless, so you can just call it what you want to. Because you're handing it in eventually, I would just say just your first name and then game. My name is Jed. It's short for Jedediah. I don't know. Kids find that interesting for some reason. So yeah, so now I've done my first character and I've saved.